This is Chatufa Live. Welcome, family. We greet you all. We welcome you to this show. We are looking at many events that are happening in the nation. A lot is happening, and we continue to give you updates of what is happening as we are giving out the gospel of the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. We are looking at the issue of talks that have been doing rounds on social media and in the papers. And today, Ziyambi comes to talk about it, and he says talks will not lead to GNU. So this is the stance that ZANU PF is taking before even the talks begin. And it is very, very surprising why they would come up with such a statement. Talks won't lead to another GNU. Ziyambi underlines, asks him to rally behind ED. So there it is. We have that report. And we just want to analyze, to talk about that report and find out why is Ziyambi, why is ZANU PF coming out to talk this way. It is so surprising because the talks have not yet resumed. And if talks are going to be coming on, why would ZANU PF be having a position already? Very, very wrong. You see that already they are entering into those talks in a bad faith. They are doing it in bad faith because you may never understand the outcomes of the talk. You need to go to the talks with an open-mindedness so that you allow the discussion that is on the table to bring out an outcome. You could have, of course, possibilities of the outcomes of talks, but you cannot, outrightly judge that this is going to be the result where you are saying there's not going to be a GNU. But one thing that I can assure you, family, is, as you know, on this platform, we always talk about things that will eventually happen. One thing that I know is that ZANU PF is trying to test the waters. This is exactly what they want. It's one of their options on the table, where Mnangagwa is looking at a situation where he feels, if he feels that he's too much under pressure and he cannot amend the constitution, he cannot extend his term, then the other thing that he's looking forward to is possibly just, going through a GNU with a false opposition. We have a false opposition, a puppet opposition, a bogus opposition that has been created by Shabang and in Welshman Ngube. So this is what they want. It's just an option on the table. Here, Ziyambi is speaking because they want to put fillers. This is just a gimmick. They are putting fillers to find out what Zimbabweans would think, what Zimbabweans would say. So if they would get the fillers, then they would know whether this plan that they are putting in place could eventually materialize. So this is a test to the reaction of the Zimbabwean people. Simple. Not that they are really standing their ground on this, because it is one of the options that can save Emmerson Mnangagwa in the event that is being swallowed by the situation. Because right now, the situation is bad. It's not good for him. Nothing is looking good for him. The economy is against him. The ZIG has failed to rise. And the unemployment, the drought, the starvation in the country, the SADC summit that is coming, the CM report that is awaiting, Nelson Chamisa coming out and start to re-energize the people, the morale that has been uplifted in the country. And, all the pressure that is coming around him is too much for Emmerson Mnangagwa. So what does he do? He wants now to start to see which are the cards that he can play. How many cards does he have on his table? This is why he's placing them there. And one by one, he wants to throw them right on the table to see the reaction of the people. Because in the event that they come up with the GNU, he feels safe that way. But I don't see a GNU ever happening because the people that he wants to negotiate with, they don't have the mandate of the Zimbabwean people. You can't talk to Ngube. Ngube has never gone before the Zimbabwean people and addressed even a single rally from the time that he resumed this position of presidency in the Triple C. Not even one individual, not Biti, not Ngube, not Karenyi Kore, not Songezo Shabang, have ever gone to the Zimbabwean people and say, we have come to address you, we are your leaders, and see how they were going to be received by the masses. They do know that what they did was, treacherous to the Zimbabwean people, and they can never go before the Zimbabwean people and try and address the issue of them being leaders. So they would rather dine with the ZANU PF nicodemously and come up with whatever agreements that they may come up with. And Mnangagwa would want to use them as the de facto opposition that is in the country. But who does not know what has happened? Everyone knows, from people in Zimbabwe, the SADC, AU, even the whole world knows exactly what Mnangagwa has done to that parliament through his bogus activity with Songezo Shava. So nobody will ever be cheated. Zimbabweans can never be cheated. The world can never be cheated that Mnangagwa has gotten into a GNU with a proper and real opposition party. That CCC is a defunct party. It's a dead party. It is non-existent. The Zimbabwean people have nothing to do with it. It is just a name that is standing on its own. That is why those that are rallying behind that CCC are not even confident enough to remove Nelson Chamisa's face on it. Just imagine, up to now, they still have his face on it. When he is already doing his own other business, running his own other plans somewhere on the side, they still want to maintain to hold on to his face. Have we ever seen such stupidity ever happening in any country? Have you ever seen anything of that nature, of that sort? Why would they not have enough confidence to remove him and put their faces, or maybe use the logo that they used to say the original logo does not have a face on it? So this already is showing us what is happening. We've seen what is happening in parliament, where right now, after the address of the chain champion, there is panic in the parliament. Mudenda is now blocking everyone that he thinks is associated with Nelson Chamisa. What does this mean to us? It means the ZANU PF has pressed the panic button. They don't know what to do right now. But one thing I can assure you, family, is the walls are collapsing for ZANU PF. The ground is shaking for ZANU PF. The center does not hold power anymore in ZANU PF. There is confusion all over. Nobody really knows what to do and what to say anymore. And this is just the beginning, because where we are going to see an escalation of more of fights, of divisions right inside ZANU PF. And they will try by all means to save their skin, but I don't see them succeeding. Mnangagwa is going to be swallowed by this precarious situation that he finds himself in right now. Many forces that are coming against him. One of those many forces is going to be the one that shall give the final blow to ZANU PF and to Emmerson Mnangagwa. So, family, we will continue to be watching. We will continue to be giving you updates on what is happening. Our story does not change. We need freedom for the Zimbabwean people, and we are demanding that freedom. We want our country to be freed from people that are clueless on how to run the country. We want proper MPs that are elected by the people, who will stand for the rights and the needs of the people that have elected them into office. We want a proper opposition party that stands for the rights of the Zimbabwean people, that will challenge the ruling party if ever they want to start to continue to go bogus. And this is what Advocate Nelson Chamisa stands for. And that is why they don't want to see him on the playing field. They want to block him as much as possible. They want to throw mud on him. They want to twist and misconstrue information, and think they will succeed in making him unfavorable to the Zimbabwean people. Unfortunately, in fact, they are making him even more popular. They are making his name even more and more popular by what they are doing to him. So we are continuously watching what is going to be happening. If they are not opting for the GNU, what is it that they call their option? But this definitely is one of their options. So we are going to be continuously watching. Let's continue watching. God is on the move. Freedom is coming. Brother Josiah Mahachi says holding his face simply means they know Advocate Chamisa is the real deal and is the chosen one. Yes, that they know. And I'm telling you, they will continue to be embarrassed as we continue to see more and more implosion coming right inside the house of ZANU PF. Family, thank you so much for joining me on this show. I've just been giving you updates. I will continue to be giving you updates as the day goes by. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.